In 1967, Rav Tzvi Yehuda HaKohen Kook of blessed memory, the Rosh Yeshiva of Merkaz Harav, cried out for the return to the holy sites of historical Israel. Soon after that, in the course of the Six-Day War, he, together with all of the people of Israel, actually saw his prayer answered with the return to a unified Jerusalem, Hebron, Beit El, and the regions of Judea and Samaria. His disciple, Rav Zalman Baruch Melamed, together with Ketzele, decided to capitalize on this historical opportunity and, in November 1977, together with the families of 8 students from the yeshiva, settled in these hills, calling this place Beit El. Their initial sojourn was on an army base under difficult conditions. The Melamed family, with all their 6 children, lived in a 21 square meter caravan. My son called from his dormitory to say that he did not feel well and wanted to come home. I told him we didn't have where to receive him, but gave him instructions, and Baruch Hashem, he got better. 10 months later, they began construction of the first permanent building and brought in new caravans. The young men crowded into the few available caravans, warming themselves from the light of Torah study, doing their best to improve their difficult physical conditions. Only 1 year after the founding of Beit El, a special relationship developed with the American Friends of Beit El Yeshiva Center, spearheaded by Jean and Eugene Gluck, who have become part of the scenery of Beit El. Together, they built the magnificent institutions which draw their strength from the yeshiva. From year to year, more buildings and institutions are built, benefiting the married fellows and spreading the spirit of the yeshiva in many varied ways. So it is that Beit El has grown from 8 students in its first year to a population of over 10,000 at the time of its 30th anniversary celebrations. Beit El has become a lodestone for all who see this building as a milestone in the redemption of the people of Israel in the land of Israel. Former Prime Minister Ariel Sharon, former Foreign Minister David Levy, former Prime Minister Yitzhak Shamir, former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, all of them declared their commitment to a continued presence in this place. This is former Prime Minister Menachem Begin, who even received honorable citizenship and said, "This is the most valuable certificate I ever received."
Today, as we stand here in Beit El, I am informing you, the residents of Beit El and of all the state of Israel, we have clear red lines. We will remain in Beit El forever.
We want our students to be learned as in Lithuanian yeshivot, as joyous as in Hasidic yeshivot, and able to decide matters of halacha as in Sephardic yeshivot. The many students and young men saw the yeshiva first and foremost as the Beit Midrash, where they immersed themselves in the Torah of the land of Israel. Yet it was not just a Beit Midrash. Beit El Yeshiva is a home to its students, serving as a source of support and encouragement in every sense of the word.
I'm now in my 4th year in this wonderful yeshiva, Yeshiva Beit El. I came from Perth, Australia. I found myself in this totally new place in Beit El with all Israelis. To describe with words how it is not possible. All I can say is that it was worth leaving my family, leaving my friends, leaving university, leaving a $35,000 a year graduate paycheck. It was worth leaving everything in order to come here and learn in the yeshiva.
When at first we founded the Yeshiva Center, we were a small group, but so it has been throughout Jewish history. Today, Baruch Hashem, we are more than 10,000 people. With the Almighty's help, by our 50th anniversary, there will be tens of thousands. And together with all the educational institutions, Beit El will be a metropolis of Torah. The Jean Gluck campus for young women is considered among the best girls' high schools in the country, providing a warm home environment to over 400 students from all over Israel. The Yeshiva High School for Boys is educating a new generation of young boys in the spirit of the Torah of Rav Tzvi Yehuda HaKohen Kook of blessed memory, and many of the teaching staff are graduates of the Beit El Yeshiva. The Gluck Preparatory Institute for the IDF prepares boys to be physically fit and spiritually ready to meet the challenges of Army service. Last Sukkot, with the help of the American Friends of Beit El Yeshiva Center, a new dormitory was inaugurated in memory of Ro'i Farajon of blessed memory, a graduate of the preparatory program who was killed during an encounter with terrorists in the Jordan Valley at the time of the Second Lebanon War.
The spirit of Ro'i Farajon is the spirit of the Israeli fighters. And Ro'i Farajon, as a matter of fact, was the first Israeli fallen soldier in the Haredic battalion while protecting the state of Israel, trying to prevent a suicide bomber attempt to cross the Bkaot checkpoint. By this action, he gave his life.
There is a slogan that we print on all invitations in New York for the Beit El dinner, which reads, Beit El, where Jewish history began and Jewish life continues to thrive. Beit El, Baruch Hashem, its population continues to grow, and its Torah institutions are thriving.
After the inauguration ceremony, hundreds of guests gathered in the sukkah of the yeshiva, like every year, to celebrate the holiday and their special connection to Beit El with the rabbis of the yeshiva and other honored guests.
People are here because they believe that they saved the life of the whole nation. And it's so clear to everyone how important it is to the world that Israel will stay forever in Yehuda and Shomron.
The Torah learning, which is so dramatically represented by this wonderful institution of the Beit El Yeshiva, this is very much like the Sukkah. It's not tanks, it's not armors, but it's the clouds, it's the spirit which makes us to remember who we are and what the existence of this nation is all about.
Sukkah and Eretz Yisrael are very similar. But if you're uncomfortable, you don't have to sit in the sukkah. But it doesn't matter how much pain you experience and how uncomfortable you are, you still have to build Eretz Yisrael. So I tell you that if you have this feeling of deja vu, you're back in Eugene's sukkah again, you know, how many more years are we going to come out? You should live so long. And every single year, till 120, you should come out to the sukkah in Beit El and give and give and give.
Beit El's style of spreading Torah and the values of Eretz Yisrael are facilitated by cutting-edge technology. The website entitled Yeshiva spreads the lectures of the yeshiva's rabbis around the world. The Arutz Sheva site, both radio and television, have become an integral part of the Jewish media scene, and the Besheva newspaper is distributed throughout Israel weekly to a circulation of over 100,000 readers. The surest way to spread the light of the Yeshiva Center is through the thousands of Yeshiva alumni in different walks of life, both in Israel and the diaspora. Ambassadors of the Beit El institutions can be found in educational frameworks, in the military, and in development towns, working to spread the light of the yeshiva to the general public.
I studied in Yeshivat Beit El from 1985 to 1997, and then we went to Shlichut in Kansas City for 2 years, and then we came back to Israel. We've been here in Modi'in for 6 years. That Torah, that vision, that image of what Torah is supposed to be, not just to learn Torah, but to live Torah, that, Baruch Hashem, we have the opportunity to bring it here.
We moved here to downtown Tel Aviv 3 years ago. We feel that the spirit we imbibed over many years in the yeshiva must be disseminated to all of the people of Israel.
My approach to business management and to high-tech is a very holistic approach. I don't believe that there's a difference between my religious life and my family life and my business life, but everything is part of one whole system. The time I spent in the yeshiva in Beit El gave me the tools to manage both high-tech, take moral decisions regarding customers, and also day-to-day management of people on the basis of Torah values.
The influence of Beit El also reaches beyond the borders of the State of Israel. For example, take Rav Kalchaim, who serves as Deputy Chief Rabbi to the Prague Jewish community.
As a rabbi in the Jewish community of Prague, I feel that I bring with me from Israel all this special spirit, special method of Torah Eretz Israel.
About 2 months ago, hundreds of alumni celebrated the 30th anniversary of the establishment of Beit El and the Yeshiva Center, expressing deep appreciation to the one who spearheaded this massive project, Rav Zalman Baruch Melamed, also commemorating his 70th birthday. This evening, we mark the 25th annual dinner of American Friends of Beit El Yeshiva Center, continuing the same celebration. Together, we pray for many more years of activity, strengthening our special connection to the Torah of Israel and the land of Israel.